Oh, right. What happened to my picture? Oh man, I don't know what happened. What's up, y'all? This picture disappeared. Oh, this is a crazy day. I had a hard time getting off this phone. Let's take this thing live. All right, I got a circle there. Oh, what is going on? Okay, my Instagram went. Okay. Uh Technology is tripping tonight, but okay. Okay. See if the other one went. All right, guys. Hey, Dr. Malcolm D. Alexander here. Uh, Winners all around. Treadmill Wealth Coach in the house. Tonight, we're going to talk about the art of success is listening and mentorship. And I don't know what was going on with the issues we had going on, but let me jump on and check out all the sites. As you know, we make sure everything is up and running and on all the different platforms. So let me check on Facebook. Looks like Facebook is pumping. I don't know if it's going to work there tonight. I was trying out something. No, it didn't. So I'm going to jump over to the other one. And then we'll take the link and we'll share it over and we'll be good to go on that tip. I just was trying it out. It looked like it was coming up, but it didn't. But that's okay. So, and partner's face popped up. Okay, so here we got this one going on. We're going to see if we can share it to the other one. Well, we're going to do it this way, and then we're going to see if we can go to groups. What groups we got on here? Um, Been a long time since I've been there, so let me share it here and see who's might be there. So, guys, winners all around. We go to multiple different platforms and multiple different groups and all the type of good stuff. So I'm just checking on the groups to see if we're everywhere we need to be, and then we'll be good to go. Okay, Messenger, WhatsApp, your storing. Let's share it there. Let's just put it there, and then we'll go to. Okay, so let's get out of here, and we weren't able to go there, so we're gonna get out of here, and we're gonna go here. Why is it doing this? It is yesterday. What is going on? This technology gave me a circle in my face today. I don't know what that was about. I think I got it fixed in enough time. So hopefully that worked. And let's put you on here. And boom. Let's see what happens. The public. Okay. So we're on all the IGs. Looks like the IGs are pumping. I saw them pump up. Looks like the Facebooks are pumping. Let's go on and send it to. Oh, I almost forgot. Go to our YouTube, right? Okay. Oh, well, while I'm here, make sure the YouTubes are pumping. Oh, the YouTube is pumping. Right. Okay, that's that right there. I'm here. I'm going to take the link there. I took that link there. Probably here twice. So, let me get out of here. Okay. And let me go to, I really should have put it here. You know, that's a little smarter. So let me do this. Um, I want to do that. That's a better idea. So let's put it here from YouTube. Okay. And then that means it should be twice. Yes, it is. And then I'm going to take it off of this one because I don't want this one. That's another Facebook one. So let's take it off of there. Move that one to the trash. Okay, so that, and we need to go. The IGs are up, the Facebooks are up, the YouTubes are up, and then we got to go on here and get TikTok and Threads. Um, and then we're going to get into our topic of listening and having mentors. Listening and having mentors, right? Let's see. I can do threads on here. So let me go to the YouTube on here, and we'll be with you in 1 second, y'all. That was like last year. All right, just had an incredible week, guys. Let me find where's my YouTube there. Okay, incredible week. Stuff going on. Here's the live. Grab the link. I didn't mean to do that. I don't know why I have a circle on YouTube. That's not making any sense to me. So let me make sure I stay in the circle. Because I don't know how that thing is, doesn't seem to be working quite correctly. Oh, okay, there we are at the Oh, all over the news. Okay, I'm not looking for that. I'm not looking for that one. I'm looking for this one. No, YouTube, you're getting on my nerves. There we go. Here it go. Share, copy link, share. Oh, I forgot I can go straight to threads. Okay. Oh, X. Okay. No, I can't go. I can go to the X. Okay, so let me go to threads. Oh, Shannon and his girlfriend. They're making funny things going on here. Okay. Or maybe his ex-girlfriend, hopefully, at this point. It's rough out here, y'all. Rough. Okay, there's that. And threads is up and running. Only thing we got to do now is jump on the TikTok, and we're going to get into our topic. I've already done a few moments here on the treadmill, so I won't be on here for that long. I got tied up a little bit, but she gave me inspiration of the show. So thank her for that. An art of success and listening. Let's just call it. Success is listening and mentorship. Oh, come on, TikTok. I really don't have time for stuff to be blinking out on me today. What is going on with technology? Success is time, listening and mentorship. Okay, listening and mentorship. Call it that, TikTok. What is going on? What is going on? It keeps dropping me off, y'all. Hmm. Let me type it out. I mean, that's that. Okay, maybe that worked. Successful listening mentors. Okay, Facebook, you tripped me out today, but we're gonna go live. 3, 2, 1, and we are live on TikTok. Okay, guys, finally, everything up and running. It is Dr. Malcolm D. Alexander, the Treadmill Wealth Coach, and today our topic is a success is mentorship and listening, or listening and mentorship. It all comes together. Um, is my thing running at the top? Yes, it is. Okay. Hello, TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, IG, Threads, everybody. Hello. So let's get into our topic. Won't be here very long today because I've already been on here, but I was in a meeting trying to get this thing kicked off. Had a great conversation with some older mentees from the past, and listen. I was listening, but she inspired me for the topic of today, and so here we are talking about a success principle is the ability to listen and follow mentorship, right? So, those who know me, thank you, and I appreciate you following. Please like, share, and repost this thing. Please go to our YouTube, Winners All Around on YouTube. Watch all the other shows. We got Dads Deserve Justice, Freestyle Fridays. Of course, this is the Treadmill Wealth Coach, Dr. Malcolm D. Alexander. Dads Deserve Justice show will be Friday. Chop it up, a whole lot of different things. Takeover Tuesday, today Tuesday? No, Monday. Okay, all types of stuff going on. Had a busy week. And some stressful and some personal stuff. So it's been a whirlwind of stuff. But guys, I'm here. Thank God. Appreciate you waking me up this morning. And I'm going to get better. And I hope you get better. So with that being said, if you didn't follow me, you don't know who I am. I grew up in the music entertainment industry. Um, been blessed to have some number one hits and some success over there. And now our goal at winnersallaround.com is to help artists and business owners get the exposure and make moolah in their passion. That's right, baseball. That's right, Bradley. That's right, Mr. Zonix, Christian. All right, good. So, guys, if you're a business owner, if you're an artist, you need to inbox us, DM us, and if you're in the Maryland area, we got a gift for you, right? I'm sorry, guys. Now, I can give it to you in maybe 13 states. So I don't know where you are, but I just say it's an incredible deal going on in Maryland right now. Going to save you a whole bunch of stuff. If you want to lose some weight, we got you that too. And you can go to YouTube and you can look at the different shows and you can see all this type of stuff. I had a hectic week at the White House Correspondents events and the dinner yesterday, and I tested some things. And I'm going to test you guys tonight. I'm going to get into my subject. This all sort of fits into the subject because if you're listening to me, ooh, baby, wait a minute, and then you take action on what I'm talking about, you're going to be blessed. If you just listen so you can jump in and chime in and see what's going on and give me a gift, I appreciate that. But I was just talking to a young lady, and I was talking about residual and how you create wealth, and she's excited about basically selling me something. But I told her I would be more excited if she sold me something and she benefited forever. She didn't want to hear that, but it's okay. To each his own. And that's why we have winners all around, because I do listen to people. And I don't care what you're passionate about, unless it's illegal. I don't care what you're doing. If you believe in it, it's your dream, it's your goal, if you're passionate, just like what I told her, then I want to help you get exposure. I want to help you get out there. And I want to own it, right? Owning it means I helped put it together. I created some of it, or I bought some things to create it, which you can do because you can't do business and win all by yourself. But there are some different factors that are involved, as well as residual has to be a key. And we'll teach you that, right? So, guys, I told her I'm happy for you. But me, I'm not interested in doing things that don't create a residual. And, so whether it's the patch I got on, the weight lost 15 pounds, by the way, guys. Whether it is helping you, even when we help you get exposure, right? At winnersallaround.com, there's a residual built in for us, and there's one built in for you, because that is the key to financial freedom. And my goal is to help people get financial freedom, because everybody can't sell. Everybody's not going to do it forever. Everybody can't talk. And if you get sick, see, that's the key. I got sick. I almost died, right? And so for months and months and months, I had to work on getting straight, walking, all types of different stuff. And I'm still working on that, right, on a lot of things. But my point is that when you have a residual, things can continue to come in. And I built massive residuals, but unfortunately, a lot of the residuals I built came from other sources, other things I didn't control, other owners that were shady and sneaky and wanted to steal money, right? And you're going to have that all over the world. You're going to see it in a lot of different things. But in that travel deal, they were ruthless. And I heard Minister Farrakhan talking about it, how he'd much rather know somebody's a snake if they are a snake. That way, you can prepare for the snake. The worst kind is when you don't know they're a snake and they come from you from behind. And so that's not a really, really good thing. And so, let me see. What's going on, Smoothie? What's going on, Smoothie? And Jocelyn and Jamie and Mr. Go For It. I like that. Mr. Go For It. Right, Christy, what's up? So all you guys, thank you so much. Thank you for always for the gifts. TikTok, the off the chart, rocking and rolling. And I thank you guys for jumping in. So guys, all these things came together today and gave me this inspiration to talk about success is listening and mentorship. Now, I'm not talking about just money or just business or just relationships, right? And I'm going to give you a key to take home. You never learn by talking. You only learn by listening. Now, don't get me wrong. Teaching will teach you tremendously, right? It will teach you tremendously. But if you're trying to communicate in teaching, you are the supposed expert, right? But in you're trying to communicate with somebody else, you have to learn to listen, right? And so whether it's business, friends, a relationship, a husband or wife, right? we have to learn to listen to them, right? Because if we're talking and the whole conversation is about what you want to say, that becomes selfish. And you're not going to get the point that they're trying to make. Because some people listen just so they could speak. So while you're talking, they've taken the first couple words and they're impatient and they're just trying to say anything. And sometimes they can't wait and they jump in. And I've had that happen to me. And then nothing gets accomplished. And then the excuse is that you didn't say anything or you didn't say the right thing. Well, you didn't hear me. You didn't give me a chance to listen, right? Sometimes, if you read the book, How to Win Friends and Influence People by Dale Carnegie, you can have a conversation with someone. Now, usually it's not when you're in a debate or a fight or an argument, where if somebody is sharing something with you and you're talking to them, and then you just let them go. I mean, you let them talk and you be excited. And I had to do some of that this evening. And they'll finish up and be like, man, talks about that in the book. That was the best conversation I ever had. And you're saying to yourself, okay, I really didn't get much in. I didn't get much of a word in, but as long as you're happy, right? And then one day, maybe you get a chance to talk, right? Sometimes it's timing, right? That's the thing also. We talked about that the other day on one of the shows. Timing, right? And so I tell you, I was on a training the other day and I was listening and I heard somebody talk about Ozempic. Now I knew all about Ozempic, right? And I know there's this product that competes with Ozempic, helps with all types of health issues, especially weight loss and toxic visceral fat, right? And the thing that creates these problems in your body. But what I didn't know was this. I knew Ozempic was like number 1 in Europe and number 26 in the entire world, and it's awesome, right? I mean, not awesome and good awesome, but for them it's awesome, right? But for the people who buy it, it's very expensive. Insurance has to do it, so you have a lot of knockoffs. Uh, Very expensive, especially in the United States. It has all types of different side effects, bad ones. People have even died, right? All types of things. But I knew all of that. But what never crossed my mind, this gentleman said, well, what's the number 1 television commercial, right? What's popping up here on TikTok? Okay, I'm declining you right now because I'm doing a show, my brother. So no disrespect, but we're not going to do that right now. I did that one time on TikTok. I couldn't get the people off. Right? So I know that Ozempic has broken all types of barriers. But he said, what was the number 1 television show? And you know what's the number 1 thing on TV and the streaming platforms if you go to the movies? And they might even mention radio. And I was like, I don't know because I don't watch TV. And then he said, Ozempic. And if somebody didn't know, he'd say, well, what about when they stick a needle in your stomach? Oh, Ozempic. And so I tested that, right? And I asked a whole bunch of people that. And 95.5, 99% people said, Ozempic. I'm like, what? And he said, what happens if you was to position yourself in front of something like that that was natural and it didn't have no side effects and it helped with all types of diseases and it was affordable? And I said, man, you being in front of a trend. And I thought back in my life, and I've been blessed to be in front of trends and help me financially. And I said, I got to look at this. I got to pay attention to this. See, I got it for weight loss. I got it to be healthy. Took me off of about 8 prescriptions pretty quickly, right? And I was on a ton of them after my accident. And I had a patch called X39 that actually possibly had a lot to do with saving my life. When I had bleeding on the brain and all this stuff going on, brain fog and memory loss, and for days went by in my life, I didn't even know what was happening. I don't even remember it to this day. And so I said, okay, that kept me alive. The other one is helping me heal. Well, actually, both of them are. But I wasn't interested in the business opportunities per se. I'm more interested in building my dreams and things that I can control. And my mother, God rest her soul, who passed away, was interested in contributing to her grandkids, who she hadn't seen for about 3 years or talked to as she got older and got sick, because unfortunately I went through a real bad, contentious divorce. And that's why there's Dads Deserve Justice, because we have to make some changes. I mentioned it to Governor Westmore in Maryland. He said, yes, I agree. Let's get together. We got to do that, Governor. I won't just say it because this is not a joke. And I hope you have a happy home. It appears that way. But if anything ever happens, you might find yourself in a Shannon Sharp issue. No, not the same issue, but just I'm saying, right? People change on you, man. People can have agendas that can be sneaky. People that you trust, people that you love, people that you never think would do things can come back and do some things that are bad. Now, it's one thing because none of us are perfect. It's another thing if someone has a nasty agenda or um, doesn't listen, what we're talking about, right? Doesn't listen and then destroys great things, because it always takes two to tango. It's not one person, right? And so that fits into what our subject is: success, right? Success in a relationship, success in a marriage, success in business, success in family, right? Success at work. All these things. You got to listen. Listen, not listen to talk, listen to listen. Because we've talked about it many a times, there are different perspectives. And people have different perspectives. And sometimes things were happening that you only know what was happening, right? And I remember I have a situation where someone, I always listen to them. I know one side of the story. And I used to think sometimes their side of the story was a little shaky, was a little shady. And then I really thought about it. If their side of the story coming from them sounded a little shady, then the story was probably a lot more shady, right? But sometimes we don't listen to the whole thing and things get by us. And that's okay. We're humans. As long as you can communicate and work through some stuff and realize that people have different perspectives. And once again, both parties are willing to listen. You can get through amazing things. You can get through amazing stuff, guys. Sometimes it might take a minute, but if it's worth the fight, it's worth, and you have a true sincerity and agenda about you and a character about you, then, as we talk about often, don't give up. Keep listening, keep working to get better, right? And keep the main thing, keep the main goals in front of you. And life can work out pretty good, but you will have ups and downs, and that's the way it is. And so, as you go through life, in mentor and business and family and relationships, you have to be able to lean on other people that have gone through things before you, right? I was having a conversation with one of our clients, and we never talked like that. And I talked about my children and contentious divorce, and he said, "Oh my God!" And he let loose, right? He let loose, and often many of us have gone through the same situation. I was with a partner, some family of them today. Same thing came up again. And I found out more information than I had known before, right? And so, guys, you can't count people out because you don't know necessarily what they're going through. And I'm going through that right now. Like, I'm not willing to count somebody out because I'm hurt and I don't think it's all right. But I'm not going to count people out because you don't know what they're going through. And the best thing you do is listen, try to figure it out, try to understand, and try to get past it. And they may feel exactly the same, but I hope they have the same willingness as I do. All right. And sometimes people do, and sometimes people don't. Sometimes people have agendas that you didn't know about. And that's not a good thing. But God works out things. And I'm telling you, sometimes it's not on our time, but if somebody's not right, things happen. And we don't want things to happen to people. And you play your part by trying to be communicating and trying to listen to get through stuff. So my point is, you can't do it by yourself. And sometimes you have to depend upon people who have gone through things before you and can share things with you and can make things easier and better and give you some insight you may not have considered yourself. Just like the guy who gave me insight about the fact that something that competes with Ozempic, but all the bad things about it doesn't have those issues. The insight was, oh my God, you're right. It's a trend. We're in the beginning. And wow, maybe that's why the guy was making 800 a month and went to 35,000 a week. Right? Maybe he didn't know there was a trend. I joined the travel industry. I didn't know there was a trend. I didn't realize that till later. But God placed me in it, put me in a position, and I was able to benefit. And that's what we do with Winners All Around too. We have lots of things on the YouTube where you can see different opportunities and different things to help you. And some things may be in your passion, and some things may not. And some of you may be interested in these things, not interested in others. But our goal is really you. But if you're willing to listen and you're willing to take some mentorship, we together can get all of us to the top. So guys, I appreciate you jumping on. My time is about expired. I gotta change my sleeping habits so I can change my mental, change my health. And so I'm not trying to stay up all night and all that type of stuff. And hopefully get a call that I can help change some other people that I care about, sleeping habits and things, because I think it affects us all. And so with that being said, guys, God bless. I appreciate you jumping on. Thanks, TikTok. I'm going to sign out. Don't forget to go to winnersallaround.com. Don't forget to check out the YouTube at Winners All Around. And if you're in Maryland, I got a gift for you. Catch up with us. And if you're not in Maryland, catch up with us anyway, because you might be in a place you can get one too. And guys, make sure you check out White House Correspondents' Dinner. Incredible week. We hit the news. A partner hit the Washington Post with the senators and the ambassadors. I mean, the Swiss. Thanks. Shout out goes out to the Swiss embassy. They always do it up big. And shout out goes out to the White House. Guys, I'm just saying, all types of stuff was going on. Shout out to Mark Ian from the Commanders. Hung out with him a little bit. Just amazing people, senators, all types of stuff, guys. I won't start naming people, leave some people out. And so, but we want to help you create lifestyle, get into the circles. Governor Westmore, I got to give a shout out to him again, which I mentioned earlier, but we said, well, we'll see you at this. And guys, lifestyle, success, and it's not about you. Listen, be mentored and mentor, and help some other people win. That being said, TikTok, I'll be out.
That's it.
All right. And the same goes for the rest of you that's hanging out with us on Threads. What's up? YouTube, Facebook, IG. I think I got them all. But that being said, guys, I hope you can see me in the middle because things is going funky with the system tonight. But trying to get some other things in place. And as you see, not in the studio as much, but hey, gotta be creative, listen, mentorship, stay calm, and keep moving. God bless, guys, and I'll see you soon.